Act 4 picks up 3 months after the courtroom chaos of Act 3. It is now fall, and the curtain rises on the Salem jail. Tituba and Sarah Good are suffering from near delirium, calling on the devil to appear and bring them home. Danforth and Judge Hathorne enter. A nervous Reverend Parris tells the judges that Reverend Hale has returned to Salem and has nearly succeeded in getting some of the prisoners to confess their crimes and save their lives. Rebecca Nurse, Martha Corey, and John Proctor are scheduled to hang at dawn. Panicked, Parris admits to Danforth that 3 days prior, his niece, Abigail Williams, broke into his safe, stole every penny he had, and fled with Mercy Lewis. Parris believes the girls are headed for a sailing ship, too frightened to stay in Salem. The news from nearby Andover tells a tale of rebellion. It seems the residents of Andover turned on their court of witchcraft and threw out its judges. Parris is convinced that his life is in danger after discovering a dagger stuck in his door, and recommends that postponing executions might help avoid a scene of rebellion in Salem. To Danforth, postponing the executions would be tantamount to an admission of failure. 12 are already hanged, 7 more will hang at dawn. And, as Danforth assures Parris, he would hang 10,000 that dared to rise against their law. Reverend Hale enters and also counsels postponement, arguing that delaying the hangings will show mercy, not weakness. Hale says that he has talked to every prisoner except John Proctor, who is chained in the dungeon. Danforth orders that Elizabeth Proctor be summoned so that she may try and convince her husband to confess. Hale accuses Danforth of tempting rebellion with his uncompromising ways. The community is in chaos, Hale says. Orphans wander from house to house. Cattle are abandoned. Crops are rotting. And every citizen is terrified that he will be accused next. Hale is plagued with guilt and haunted by what he says is blood on his hands. The first scene of Act 4 serves to reveal how the community of Salem has been destroyed by the witch hunt. 12 people have already been executed. 7 more are scheduled to die on the gallows in the morning. Reverend Hale has returned to Salem, and his role reversal is complete. Hale first came with the best intentions, carrying great big books and an eagerness to fight with the devil. Now he's haunted by guilt and feels there's blood on his hands. It's not truth he's after now. In fact, it's just the opposite. Hale is trying to convince the prisoners to save themselves with a lie, to confess, and thereby avoid the hangman's rope. Parris, too, is clearly worn out from all of this and expresses hope that some of the prisoners may be close to confessing. Judge Hathorne believes Parris has gone mad. Tituba and Sarah Good have clearly become delusional. They've been in awful prison conditions for so long, they now truly believe they're in cahoots with the devil, calling out to the devil to bring them home. It's interesting to note that for these women, even the devil seems a safe haven, after all the godliness of the trials. And from Hale, we hear a tragic account of how the town of Salem has fallen into decay. Clearly, it is only Danforth and Hathorne, representatives of the court, that keep stoking the fires of paranoid conviction. The rest of the community, it seems, has put to rest any talk of witches and spirits. They are too busy trying to clean up the abandoned farms, wandering cattle, and rotting crops. Abigail's disappearance rounds out her freakishly flawed character. She is not just a liar and a murderer anymore, she is also a runaway and a thief. Of course, there is no suggestion that any of this moves Danforth to question Abigail's contributions to the trial. Again, Danforth's self-preservation refuses to let him admit he may have been wrong. He is well aware of the power of perception and believes that to pardon the remaining prisoners would signal a weakness in the divinity of the court.